Starting in child's pose, taking a moment to connect to the ground, to the earth element, and arrive today. Take padding underneath your knees if you need it. And on our next inhale, we're going to send the inhalation down to the pelvic floor. So allow the pelvic floor muscles to release and expand. That's the receiving of the in-breath. And then allowing the exhalation to lightly tone the pelvic floor and maybe even activate the abdominal cavity a little bit. Inhale down and wide. Exhale in and up slightly. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, come to cat, rounding the upper back and pressing the earth away as you drop the head. Okay, so nothing groundbreaking here. Simple movement. And come back to the idea that the breath initiates your movement. Right, so working through these relatively simple movements, we can start the exhale and draw the navel in, press the earth away. Start the inhale, sits bones move back towards the heels, spine long. Exhale, press in, so you don't have to move with me, and you don't have to move the way I move. Yoga begins with listening, so do listen to your needs and your body today and every day, please. The next time you come forward, we're going to stay on all fours and take a few undulations of the spine, moving in a circular movement in any way that feels good. Consider softening the elbows as you drop the head. Or you can picture or imagine you were drawing on the wall behind you with your tailbone. I love moving into the upper part of the back and getting into some of those beleaguered areas in the neck. I'm just enjoying our breath as we invite a little bit of movement and breath into our day. Good. And then slow it down. Tuck your toes underneath you and come to toe breaker, which is an absolutely Western conceit and pose. So see if you can maybe encourage your pinkies to connect with the mat. Shake out the wrists for a moment. You can take a few rotations with the hands. Good, and if it's agonizing on your toes, bring the tops of the feet down. If it's agonizing and you can handle it, stay with it for a moment longer. And then interlace your fingers behind the back. If that's not available to you, you can grab your shirt or if you have a towel or a scarf nearby. Bend the elbows a little bit, roll the shoulders up and back, squeeze the shoulder blades and elbows in, and then extend the arms. Notice the tendency for the bum to stick out here and see if you can drop the tailbone a little bit. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, take your hands to the right side waist or hip and take your right ear to the right shoulder. Relax the mouth. You can play around with the angle of the head. Yeah, I know, so many places of pain. How's your breath? Oh, there it is. And then inhale through center. Come onto the tops of the feet. Through the piegato. Hi, Kitty. And then take the hands to the other side. So I'm just going to show you. You're taking your hands to one side and dropping your head towards that same side. Relax the mouth, a couple of breaths. Maybe an exhale through pursed lips, as if you were blowing bubbles through a straw. Good. And then slowly release, shake it out. And come into a squat. Separate the feet as much as you like. You can turn the toes out and drop the hips down. A little bit of movement here. So we have, one of the focuses for today's class is also moving some of these areas where we have particular lymph node concentrations, which includes our ankles and our hip joints, as well as sort of the space in front of the armpits. So a little bit of movement here, easing into our practice today. Make sure your knees are happy with this movement. And if you lose your balance a little bit, it's fine. Nothing wrong with a little over-enthusiastic squatting there. If you're feeling keffy, you can do a little bit of, this type of thing. Or you can let the head drop just for a moment and pour your inhalation into the back body. So once again, inhaling is the receiving, expansive force, and exhaling is slightly activating force. Take a big breath in, take your hands to your thighs, exhale, press your sits bones back, turn the toes and feet parallel for standing forward fold. I'm going back and forth a couple of times. Inhale, lengthen, and squat. Exhale, keep that length and fold. Keep the knees as soft as you like. Good. And if the lower back is a little cranky today, you can take like a low squat and then stay high, keeping the spine long. Inhaling down into the pelvic diaphragm. Exhaling up and into the navel. If you're feeling quite warm, or if you've already done some yoga or stretching today, feel free to straighten the legs. Just a couple of times on your own. Move with your breath and let the breath move you. Just a couple more. If you're finding any sticky spots and you want to stay for a moment, this is your time. Oh, beautiful. And then we'll come up with a long spine if the lower back is a little unhappy. Or you can come up one vertebra at a time. I'm just going to adjust my view so that I'm not the headless cat woman. You can actually see my head. There we go. Coming up to stand, adjusting hair and clothing as needed. Beautiful. Take your hands to your elbows. Engage a little bit with the earth element. So press your feet down, reach the arms up. Press the left heel down, easy side bend to one side and center and the other. Allow the tailbone to drop. And again, I don't think we're doing anything super groundbreaking here. Right, so don't be misled by the marketing. Right? You're simply moving and breathing, and there's few things that are more wonderful or more beneficial than that. And then we'll stay with that, with the upper back rather. So think of your cat and cow, inhaling, elbows move back, exhaling, navel in, arms drop. So breathing in, press the feet down, breathing out, let the head drop. And you can take this into a rotation from the side, forward, and up. And if the lower back is healthy and not too cranky, you can also go with the torso. So making the movement a little deeper. I'm bending my knees as I go forward and straightening them as I move up. And so getting into the hips, the sort of the armpit chest. Good. And to reverse that, take it into the opposite direction. If you're not sure, that's okay. Let's move. And again, if you're finding some sticky points, stick with those for a moment. And slowly coming up to center. You can see my feet now, which is always good. I'm going to take a few arm swings, right? Once again, getting into A little bit of movement through the thoracic spine. Soften the knees. Keep the navel and the gaze facing forward. Giving a few taps to our kidneys, the adrenal glands, and the fronts of the hips. And it's your practice, your body, your time. So if you would like to, if you're feeling like you would benefit from moving a little faster, this is your chance. And likewise, if you're feeling a bit on the sluggish side and I'm just barely here, move slower. Good. And then if you'd like to add the legs in, you can add the legs. A little bit of free movement. And if you'd like to add little wings to your arms. And if you try that and it's not really great, go back to something else. And then start to make the movement a little smaller. And slow it down. And usually the body's like, no, I want to keep going. So if that's you, then do this during your day. But for now, we'll come to stand. Heels underneath the sits bones. Take your right hand into a fist. Keep the right arm strong. Keep the torso steady. And reach the left arm up as you inhale. And then send the hand back. Thumb will at some point hit a wall. And then externally rotate your bicep, palm faces to your left, and stroke the imaginary wall to your left. Again, inhale, reach it up. Drop the tailbone, exhale. And so this is we do this very often in our morning mobility warm-ups. But it's just fantastic for everything. So here it is. Beautiful. And then switch. Left hand or other hand into a fist. Right arm reaches up. Take the first one a little slower. See where your limits are. Send the hand back. Drop the tailbone. And then as you're ready, go ahead and feel the right shoulder blade tone and engage. And come in towards the midline as you circle down. And one more for good luck, since it's the right arm for most of you. Good. And then interlace the hands behind the pelvis, soften the knees. Once again, shoulders up and back. Elbows in as if you were hugging a beach ball. Extend the arms, take a breath in, feel the shoulder blades engage. And then exhale, legs straight or bent, knees bent, fold forward. All right, once again, staying sort of parallel to the ground if the lower back is unhappy, because I know a couple of you have had lower back stuff. And then what's it like to allow the shoulders to drop towards the ears? Versus to engage and lift up towards the ceiling. And then find the happy medium there where they're a little bit of both. Take another breath, exhale through the mouth. Press through the feet, inhale to come up. A couple of rotations through the shoulders. Right. I'm going to share with you one of my favorite things to do. And usually when I teach it, I have a plastic water bottle nearby. And as most of you know, almost 2/3 of us are water, the liquids in the body. So we're going to do just about a minute of shaking, which is one of the most effective ways to get things going. So yeah, I know I got a little ahead of myself. Take a moment coming into ready pose, feet parallel, palms forward in the anatomical position. And check in. Notice how you're feeling. And then slowly start to lift and lower your heels. And then let the arms go, let the shoulders go. Right, so this bouncing or shaking is used in so many cultures and traditions across the world. Here in Greece, we have the Pontian dancing. I'll spare you my rendition. Right, but African tribes and shamans and Native Americans and so many that I don't even know. have some form of ritual or dance or both that involves this kind of shaking. Notice if you're holding on to your shoulders and the shoulders don't want to move, well, let the shoulders move. And usually I like to do maybe 4 bounces for an inhale, 4 bounces per exhale. So I'm still breathing rhythmically, even though I'm moving a little bit erratically. So let's do about 20 more seconds, and you can let it go. Maybe let the head go as well. Let the wrists go. Yeah, good. And if you want to jump up and down, that's also fantastic. A little plyometrics here. So if you're feeling that, but imagine me holding a bottle of water and shake, 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 shake. So allowing everything to get redistributed. Good. And then start to slow it down if you haven't already. Make it smaller. Keep the heels down, bend the knees. And once again, you might find that the body doesn't really want to stop because it likes it. Mine doesn't want to stop. But we're going to stop. Take a moment. Feet together or slightly apart, palms forward. Take a moment, check in once again. And if you like, you can take one hand to your solar plexus or heart center. And pause. And breathe. Maybe exhale through the mouth. And check in and notice what, if anything, has shifted. And you might be feeling some tingling through the fingers, a little current of energy through the body. This is what the yogis of yore call prana, right? The vital force that imbues and infuses all beings. And we can start to expand our container of prana with these simple techniques. We're going to do one more here, a little bit of tapping. And those of you who were with me in the morning circle, we've already done a little bit of this, so you get that extra boost and benefit. So let's go ahead and start. You can do fingertips or loose fists and do a little Tarzan Jane moment here. A little bit of yeah, if you like to do a little sound, we're going to do which, there's been a lot of research about, and this is, again, one of those little hacks for the parasympathetic response, this Funnily enough, it's also om, right? So here we go. You can take a breath in, and this is, of course, optional. And I'll stop because it's annoying, but you keep going. Let's do 2 more. Get into the armpits, 1 more. Good, and then take your left fist and take it down 1 arm and up through the inside. So down and up, just 3 or 4 times, hitting any areas that you feel that you need. And then take it up towards the neck, just a little bit. And then right arm down one end and up the other. Just a little bit of activating, awakening. And I like to think of it as like morning libations, or a little bit of cleansing. We'll get into the armpit and down one side, hitting the waist, front of the shoulder. Anywhere that you feel could use a little bit of that, reigniting, and refashioning, invigorating. And switching sides. It's a little energetic bath. And so there's this whole range of techniques called EFT, or emotional freedom technique, that involves tapping several points in the body while making affirmations. That's not what we're doing, but it's EFT if that's of interest. Get into your hips a little bit and your bum. And then we're going to go down one leg and up. And we can exhale down and inhale up. I'm going to take it to the side, left to right. Exhale down. Inhale up. Just a couple more. And then pause. I'd love for you to feel how that leg feels compared to the other. And then let's go. Second side. Hamstrings, quadriceps, moving down, get the foot a bit as well. Coming up. All right, so this is just a little, again, as about your tapas, just a taste. But you can do this for a few minutes. Really focus on tapping a little bit of energy into the body, huh? A little bit of circulation, a little bit of heat. And then taking inside, inner or outer edge, both side, moving up and down a couple of times. Good. And then pause. Shake out the wrists. You shake out one foot and two wrists. And this is all, again, elementary, simple stuff. But so awesome. Change. Maybe do one wrist, one shoulder, and the foot. One elbow, the head, the other foot. Oh, don't fall. And shake it out for a moment. And give yourselves a few little sweeps. Right. Good. And we'll come back to stand for a moment. Press the feet down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Heels heavy from the heart to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out, float the arms down. Now, is your brain leading the movement? Let your breath lead it. Start your inhale, reach arms up. Start your exhale, bring it to center. Coordinate with your breath. Start the inhale, prayer to sky. Start the exhale, float your wings down. Start the inhale, tailbone drops. And embark on the exhale, hands down. And one more on your own. Let your breath initiate and inspire the movement. Pause. Quiet the eyes. Maybe close them. And notice what's shifted since just a few minutes ago. These are the tools we have to shift our mindset, to shift the way the body feels and the way we savor the present moment. So simple, so effective.